If you struggle with a thyroid issue, this is for you. If you're struggling with dry skin, hair, depression, anxiety, and weight gain, this is for you. If you're taking thyroid medication and still dealing with thyroid symptoms, then this is for you. In this video today, we're going to be going over everything that you need to know about thyroid, why your doctor's not listening to you, and how to actually get to the root cause and what is the root cause to your thyroid issue. And by the end of this video, you have a clear understanding about thyroid physiology, anatomy, and all of the potential root causes, underlying causes that contribute to your thyroid problems. I'm going to make sure that you can understand why your doctor's doing the things that they're doing to diagnose or treat your thyroid condition. And so, first things first is that women are 5 to 8 times more likely than men to have thyroid issues. Okay, especially after pregnancy and menopause when there's shifts in hormone levels. And so this is important because 60% of the population has a thyroid issue and don't even know that they have a thyroid issue. But let's go over some things here about why your doctor seems like they're not listening to you when you're dealing with these symptoms and you're still not getting treated, and so forth. So to begin with, normally this is probably what's going on with you. You're dealing with all types of symptoms. So you go in and see your doctor. You're dealing with, you read on the internet, these are thyroid symptoms. So when you go see your doctor, they do screening for you. They check your history. They check, physical assessments, and then they maybe even check your thyroid gland, which is obviously, where the thyroid gland is. And they, see if there's any nodules or if there's enlargement, and if there's not, they won't suspect any Hashimoto's or Graves or anything like that. But then what they would do is then they would run a thyroid panel. But I shouldn't say a panel, I should just say a TSH with a reflux of free T4. And what that reflux of free T4 means is that if the TSH is in abnormal range, if it isn't in range, then it automatically pulls the free T4. But so here's what happens. You run the thyroid lab test, and either you have an abnormal TSH, that you get a diagnosis of hypothyroidism, or you don't, because your labs are technically normal. Even though majority of the time, if your labs are normal, okay, if your TSH is in range, that still doesn't even mean that you're not dealing with a thyroid issue, because you're not getting the entire picture. Okay, so what I look like and what I do inside my coaching and what other functional practitioners do is we look at the full thyroid. We look at free T4, free T3, reverse T3, antibodies, okay? All these numbers, because they all contribute to how your thyroid is actually processing and working. So what happens though is that you're taking TSH, either you're not in range, so you get diagnosis of hypothyroidism, or you are in range and you don't get any help at all, and now you're hopeless. Now, no matter what side you're on, you need to get to the root cause if you ever want to feel better and get rid of those symptoms, truthfully. So let's say that you did get a diagnosis of hypothyroidism. So now you're either on, thyroid MP, synthroid, levothyroxine, cytomel, Armour, whatever it may be. You're on this thyroid medication, but you're not feeling any better though. And why is that? Well, it's because most of those hormones are, synthetic T4 hormones. Obviously, levothyroxine and synthroid are. So what that means is that you're taking a T4 hormone, but it's not actually converting into the active form, which is T3, the one that you feel. You want T3 to be sufficient. So you're taking these hormones, okay, these synthetic ones, and they're not actually properly converting correctly. Okay, so now you're still dealing with the symptoms, but why are you? Well, we'll get into the anatomy of it here soon, and the physiology of how it actually works. But first things first is that you shouldn't just be taking a TSH when you're checking your thyroid. If you are clearly dealing with thyroid symptoms, okay, constipation, dry hair, brittle nails, depression, anxiety, weight gain, mood swings, even like different symptoms of hormonal imbalance, extreme PMS, then those are clear thyroid symptoms. But what I would not do is just check my TSH. I would check everything, okay? And if you truthfully want to, I can order a lab test for you. You can get it on your line. You can get it online, and then you can go to your nearest lab corp and get it done, and get a full thyroid panel. But you want to check the full picture because either you may be struggling with Hashimoto's or Graves' disease, depending on what's going on, or you could be struggling with just low T3 levels. But to begin with, let's talk on the topic of why you're not feeling well on thyroid medication, because this is a majority of the population right now. So we have a whole side of the population that are struggling with thyroid issues and don't even know it. Then we have a side of the population that are struggling with thyroid issues and they're taking medication and still not feeling well. Well, let's get into it. So when we look at the big picture of thyroid issues and the way that we treat it on the way that allopathic model treats it, is that they're looking for it to be out of range so they can give you the synthetic hormone. But like I said before, these hormones, okay, these thyroid hormones are either not getting absorbed in the body or they're not converting properly, okay? Because majority of the time you're given a T4 hormone like levothyroxine or Synthroid, and those hormones have to activate into the active form. So here's the thing though. Here's the thing. The activation of those hormones from T4 into T3 doesn't just happen in the thyroid gland. It happens in other areas as well. Peripheral tissue, okay, your gut, your liver, your heart. So all these things, all these other organs and hormones and things like that all work on the conversion of T4 into T3. So I want you to think about this. So here's like a root cause anatomy of thyroid hormone. It starts in the hypothalamus, TRH, which then signals to TSH in the pituitary gland. Okay, so that's the one where you normally get tested. And then from the pituitary gland, it signals to the thyroid to make T4, majority of it, T4, and then some goes into T3, but not really any. And then what happens is that T4, majority of the T4 has to then convert into the active form of T3. But like I just said, the activation doesn't just happen in the thyroid gland. There's many minerals, nutrients, and other systems and organs that have to be in place and working properly to be able to actually activate that inactive form of T4 into the active form of T3. Okay, so if you're not even sure what thyroid T4 these numbers, then these are just actual thyroid hormones that are inside your body. But if you are struggling with thyroid issues, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But with that being said, you may be even noticing it. You know, it's not just I have dry hair. It's like, oh, I'm extremely bloated. Oh, I have extreme brain fog. Okay, and now it's starting to click because we have to look at your body together. Okay. So let's actually get into what are the true root causes to why you're dealing with thyroid issues. Okay, because this is important because many people are not even aware of they're doing things to themselves on a daily basis that are contributing to their thyroid problems. So first thing is stress and inflammation, under eating, overtraining, okay, eating a bunch of food allergens or foods that you're sensitive to causing inflammation throughout the body, eating poor food choices, eating fake foods, omega-6 seed oils, not getting sunlight, not exercising to flush out the lymphatic system. All these things impair thyroid hormone and conversion. Poor gut health. Okay, so obviously 80% of your immune system is housed in your gut. So with that being said, about 20% of T4 is converted into T3 inside your gut. Yes, so if the gut is in balance, if you're dealing with Candida, H. pylori, SIBO, and IBS label, then inevitably you will be struggling with thyroid issues because that is hindering the conversion. And there's clear evidence that shows that you getting rid of either the fungal overgrowth or the bacterial overgrowth actually improves your thyroid hormone, okay, your thyroid gland. Nutrient deficiencies or excess. So if you obviously have too much fluoride, if you're drinking tap water, that is going to impair the thyroid gland. Also, if you are deficient in iodine, selenium, zinc, or vitamin A, that is all going to impair your thyroid conversion and synthesis of the hormone. So those are all, obviously crucial part of it. Autoimmune issues. If you're struggling with any type of actually autoimmune issues, then the thyroid is not the culprit. Okay, it is it's just making up for. It's just the back. It's what's going on. All right, meaning that the immune system's attacking the thyroid gland. Okay, toxins is a big one. Okay, all types of toxins, whether it be mold, heavy metals, mycotoxins, plastics, endocrine disruptors, all of these impair thyroid hormone. And then you having reduced absorption of thyroid hormone replacement is huge as it being a root cause to why you're struggling with thyroid issues. And so we kind of went over all this information, like what is the root cause, and there are many root causes to why. But as me being someone who works with individuals on a day-to-day basis, healing them, getting them back their life, losing weight, feeling a sense of complete vitality, what do I see on a daily basis on what's hindering your thyroid gland? And so majority of times it's a lot of stress and inflammation and poor microbiome health and poor liver detoxification. So what that means is that majority of people are under eating, overstressing, not exercising enough, or they're over exercising, which all hinders the thyroid conversion. Many people have poor gut health. They're either dealing with some type of bacterial overgrowth, which is called a dysbiosis, which means they're having, extreme bloating and constipation, diarrhea going back and forth, and even acid reflux, heartburn, and GERD. And so these things all impair your thyroid gland. And so no matter if you're taking medication or not, it still is affecting you. So this is important, okay? Because when we go to our doctor and we're like, hey, this thyroid hormone is not working, they're not going to do anything about it. They're not going to do anything about it. Their only solution is to increase your thyroid hormone. That's it. Maybe throw in another one. Maybe throw in another type of hormone. But that's it. And yes, you will find some relief perhaps maybe in the beginning, if that. Majority of the time you don't actually through the recent literature. But, that's what's going to happen. So you can't rely on them. Okay. All right. So let's go over the two main autoimmune conditions that involves your thyroid, which is Hashimoto's and Graves' disease. So Hashimoto's is obviously an autoimmune condition where the immune system mistakes part of your body and attacks the thyroid gland. Okay, so the thyroid's not the source of the problem, but it is the victim of the immune attack. Okay, um, so it's important to test antibodies for this, but as we stated before, your doctor's not testing that; they're testing just TSH, which is flawed. Okay, but you have to get to the root cause of why you're struggling with the Hashimoto's attack or the autoimmune attack. And next is Graves' disease. Obviously, it's overproduction of thyroid hormone, meaning you have too much thyroid hormone. Obviously, women are more likely to have it, and stress is a major trigger with Graves' disease. Okay, so no matter if you're struggling with Graves' disease, Hashimoto's, poor hypothyroidism, we have to get to the root cause if you want to heal, like I said. But mainly, if we're just going to hone in on Hashimoto's and hypothyroidism, autoimmune issues, what are the root causes to those autoimmune issues? Okay, number one is leaky gut. If our gut is impaired, our intestinal lining is impaired, it's going to inflame the body and the immune system is going to become overactive. Okay, number two is genetic predisposition, meaning you already had genes, but then the environment that you lived in, the toxins, the stress that you put on yourself, the bad foods, turned on genes that wanted to attack the thyroid, respectively. Number three is, food sensitivities. Four, infections. Five, inflammatory foods, food allergens, poor gut health. Okay, all these things impair the immune system. So, how are we actually going to solve this problem? Well, number one is that we have to find out the root cause. We have to find out why your thyroid's not working. Now, I just gave you whole education before this. We have to figure out why. And the best place to start is obviously, if you want, do it a full thyroid panel, testing TSH, free T4, free T3, reverse T3, TPO, TGAB. Okay, and then we have to address the underlying causes. Majority of the time, it's gut, inflammation, stress, and toxicity. Okay, those are the main contributions to why your thyroid is, not working properly. Okay, next is to implement, obviously get nutrients in, adequate nutrients in, get good exercise in, okay, because exercise enhances cellular thyroid, sensitivity. So doing that is imperative, okay, and then obviously proper supplementation if needed, and then correcting just really correcting the root cause head on, and supporting the body and its natural healing powers. So, no matter what you're struggling with a thyroid issue, it's so important for you to find the root cause and heal it. Okay. But if you are looking to get to the root cause of your thyroid issues, if you're looking to lose the 20 pounds of stubborn body fat, if you're ready to take back your life, take back your health for not only yourself, but your family, your loved ones, and to just make a difference in your life, then I am for you. My name is Diego Reyes, functional health coach, functional nutritionist, owner of Complete Vitality Functional Health Coaching. We are a health coaching organization that helps men and women just like you get to the root cause of their health issues so you can heal and live your best life. If you're looking to actually get to the root cause, heal your body, lose the stubborn body fat, and get back your life, then check out my website or comment below this video, root cause, and let's get in touch. Thank you for your time, and let's do it.